So it was the year 2024. I was 17 years old, and that was the year where I had this weird obsession of wanting to look like Jack Dawson in Titanic. I mean, I don't know why lah, but back then, right, I wanted to have his hairstyle. I wanted to have his charisma. I wanted to have his sharp, clean, glass skin face. And that was the period of time, right, where I probably watched a lot of TikTok edits of him, and somehow or rather, right, if I would fantasize myself having the looks of him. But you know what's the problem now? The problem was that I didn't even want to try to be like him. I would think that okay, maybe if I just style my hair like this, then maybe if I put a bit of my necklace here, then maybe if I just dress a little bit nice here, I will look like him. But no matter what, I don't look like him, and I'll never look like him, that's for sure. But that's not the main point. Because see, the thing was that my goal was to try the looks max like Jack Dawson, but I wasn't doing anything at all. And you know what's the funny part? Every time when I take a picture, right, I thought that especially with my long hair, because that was the period of time where I keep long hair quite a lot of times. I thought when I take a picture of this, right, I'll look like him, but all I look, right, is just like a chopped ass potato, a chopped ass man. So nah. Then that's not even the worst part. In June 2024, it became worse because of my unhealthy diet. Even though I was going to the gym 5 times a week, right, doing Muay Thai and sports, right, the problem was my diet, and I wasn't consuming healthy foods. I was also not getting daily exercise. I was drinking a lot of water, but I think maybe I don't know why lah. Then in June 2024, the worst version of me came in terms of my looks. I started to gain a lot of pimples. I started becoming more bloated, even though I was drinking a lot of water and was going to the gym 5 times a week. And I generally have been maintaining 15% body fat, even though I didn't want to look like even though I thought that the 15% body fat was 20% body fat. So I basically look like a fat pepperoni version of myself. And I tried all skincare products. I went to wash my face. I thought maybe cold showers will help, blah blah blah, but nah, it didn't. I was so bad. My pimples were so bad that one day, right, my aunt decided to say to me, okay, I'm gonna bring you to see a dermatologist. Together, she dragged along my mom, and we went to see a dermatologist. So, just to warn you, I had to go through quite a lot of procedures. I had to go through multiple. Then at the same time, my mom also bring me once a week to facial, just to wash my face, get rid of my pimples, because I remember that I legit had a lot of pimples all over my face. My nose, my forehead especially, my cheeks, my nose. Sometimes when I'm doing the procedures, right, it can be here or even here, at the lips here. So that's how bad it was. And after about a few months of doing the procedure, right, it helped me. It definitely helped me. But at that point of time, right, when I look at the progress, right, I thought that I wasn't making progress, but now I look back, definitely helped. But at the same, and around the same period of time, right, I also start to shave my hair, and not because I wanted to, no, and not because I did it for like those, for fun or those. I did it to donate my hair to children who are suffering cancer as part of a charity. And I thought that shaving my hair, botak, right, will give me this new identity that, okay, now that you get rid of your pimples, you should be trying to lock in on your health. But as time goes by from July, that was in July, by the way. As time goes by from August to September to October 2024, right, I would say I became worse. In terms of, I became more bloated. I went from 15 to close to 20% body fat. And I literally had, my jaw was gone for good at that time. And I honestly blame it on myself because my diet was very, very bad. It was bad, real bad. This continued on for close to 1 year, until in September 2025, that's where I discovered Dom and Nate. Now this, I've scrolled on that, I followed that TikTok, and I would initially be watching their 20-second videos about them preaching a healthy diet and a healthy lifestyle. But the way they preach it, right, is like they are angry sergeant, because they'll be cursing every sentence here and there. But then I decided to give it a try because they look very convincing. They look like they know what they're saying. So I started to implement more beef, more eggs into my diet. I even went and buy fruits and upgrade to eating more raw honey. So then, after it's been about 10 months, 11 months of being consistent with this, right, I started to progress overload in terms of, from eating more beef and eggs and fruits and raw honey, right, to eating sourdough bread, going to bed roughly the same time every single day, getting sunlight, walking 4, 5 to 10,000 steps a day, training harder in the gym. And that's when in 2026 I debloat. I finally debloat, and I became leaner and went from 17% body fat, nearly 20% body fat, to 10% body fat. And for the first time in my life, I saw my abs, and I was so happy to see it, because every time when I pose for a picture for progress after finishing the gym, right, I would literally try to force myself to breathe in so that I can see my abs, and think to myself that I can see my abs, but generally I was just coping at the time. So what I've come to realize is that, honestly, okay, now I no longer go for any skincare treatments or anything like that, because you see my face. Nah, this is not for me to mock anything. I still got definitely a lot to improve on. But what I've come to realize is that I started no longer trying to look smack like Jack Dawson because one, this is not for me to say that I have no confidence in I will never look like him, but it's just that look, we got look, why try to look like somebody when I can just look like the best version of myself? Honestly, I don't even know how Jack Dawson even got to his looks at that point of time, but you don't know. You never know what he could do to look like this. I mean, maybe he can look naturally like this, but honestly, I think to myself, okay, I don't think there's. Now I now see zero point in trying to look like Jack Dawson. Why do that when you, like I said, when you can just be like the best version of yourself in terms of your looks? And honestly, right, I can say from my own personal experience, and healthy diet and healthy lifestyle is a way to look smacks. It can definitely contribute to having, you see, I mean, I for the first time feel my skincare is so smooth. I mean, besides the healthy diet and lifestyle, right, I use the Korean skincare, which definitely really help. And I'm glad to say that it's all worth it. But I just want to end off with saying that every 6 months to 1 year, right, you should be mogging your younger self. It can be really anything. As long as you are doing more good habits, you're eating healthier, you're trying to go for a more healthier lifestyle, you are also improving your character. Okay, look, what I said in this entire video was all based on my looks and everything, right? But looks is important, but character is also important, okay? At first, right, I didn't want to do anything about it. I didn't want to change my looks, yet I expect a different look. I thought that I wasn't making progress. But now I learned to trust the process and make sure to know that you should never fall in love with the destination, rather the process, because that's where it leads you to the destination. And if you're not doing any of this, right, you're not mogging your younger self in terms of your looks or anything, what I just said, right, then you're not growing at all. Why? Because we humans, we need to keep on evolving. If you want to become the best version of yourself, it comes with a lot of needing to mold your younger self. Right? If you're not learning, if you're not evolving, and you're just like stagnant, right? You won't see any progress. You won't feel good about yourself. Just you won't, okay? Alright. What else do I have to say? Just know that there is a reason why self-improvement is called self-improvement. Because you need to keep on improving, being consistent with it. Okay? You don't improve, you don't make progress, no progress equals to no change. No change equals to no results. No results equals to unhappy. See? But if it's the opposite, progress equals to good results, equals to feeling more happy. Okay? If you want, you can always follow my socials on Instagram, TikTok, and you can even join the Discord link in the description, okay? And I'll catch you whenever I catch you. See you. Keep pushing, my friend.